Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wannabes podcast. I'm Morgan, and these are my lovely co-hosts, Luke and Dreaded. Hey guys, how's it going today?
What up, Dell?
It's not often you call me lovely, so I'm gonna take the compliment.
Yeah, I usually call you bitch.
We're off to a great start.
All right, everybody. So today we have a double feature for you. So instead of entertainment news, we're actually going to be doing two movie reviews, and that will include They Will Kill You, which stars Zazie Beetz, and then followed by a review with all three of us on over the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which has a lot of people starring in it, so I'm not going to riddle off the names right now. But anything is there anything you want to talk about, guys, before we jump into your movie review of They Will Kill You? Since I sadly was not able to catch it because I was working late that night.
No,
I
I'm
think
good.
we good. We good.
All right. Well, before I hide my face from the world for a little while, let me tell everybody the box office for They Will Kill You. So once again, They Will Kill You was starred Zazie Beetz. Tom Felton was also in it. What?
So I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah. This was released on March 17th at the SXSW, which is actually South by Southwest Film and TV Festival, but then had its theatrical release on March 27th here in the United States. The runtime was only an hour and 34 minutes, and the budget for this film was $20 million. Now getting into our box office, as of as of April 6th, 2026, They Will Kill You has actually grossed 9 million in the United States and Canada and another 6 million in other territories for only a worldwide total of 16 million. 4 million shy of the estimated budget.
Fuck.
So I know,
Yeah.
Luke, you said that you were getting you saw posts about it being a flop. So there's your answer.
Yep. Okay. All right. We'll take it from here.
All right.
Let's do it.
I particularly understand why. I think this movie is fantastic. I'll get into that a little bit more too, but that's very surprising. I do appreciate though that this movie is only $20 million. It absolutely feels like a lower budget film. And I say that in the best way. Great cast. We have a phenomenal cast in this movie. But hearing about this box office, yeah, like Morgan said, I read it a headline before I initially went and saw this movie. Immediately looked away because I didn't want to believe it, but it did say that this movie was a flop. The theater that I was in, that I went to see it in, was packed. Great crowd. It was a good time. Yeah, I'm not understanding anything, but how do you feel about the box office?
That's unfortunate, actually. This movie's fun as hell, and I like it a lot.
Movie is very fun.
This is one of those. I won't lie though. Like, I don't want to say it's acquired taste, but I can kind of see why maybe not this wouldn't be for fully everyone, if that makes sense. Because this movie definitely went some interesting places that I didn't expect it to go. Because I only saw one trailer and decided, yeah, I think it looks cool. I'll watch it for the podcast, and then realized, what the hell am I? This was a what the hell am I watching? But it was a good kind. It was a good kind.
So I watched the trailer twice today. I got a little bit more hype every time I watched it. I really, really like the trailer for this movie, but like, all the vibes in this movie are what I'm about. But it's like, it's got pretty much everything that you would expect in an R-rated action movie like this. Like, it's not like Deadpool, but I mean, that's just immediately comes to mind when it comes to this kind of category. It's got a lot of action in it. It's very profane. There's a lot of over the top violence. And I mean, it's comedic in certain aspects. Deadpool is more comedy than this one is, but it's in there. Anyway, I just don't understand why those are successful. And while I don't expect this to be on that level, this only made 9 million. How the fuck?
I'll tell you exactly how.
Correct.
I'll tell you exactly how. Deadpool. The name. Deadpool. That name, that's what's going to bring everybody in.
That is a gift and a curse.
Yep, that is true. This one is a more original film starring someone who is known for a good amount of stuff, but also I wouldn't say is like up there with Ryan Reynolds, I would say. even though
That
she's
was kind of
awesome.
the hook for me though. Like the trailer's phenomenal, but seeing Zazie Beetz in it definitely helped. I really enjoy watching Zazie Beetz in any movie.
Yeah, she is awesome. I love her a lot in Atlanta. She was in Deadpool 2 and I mean she had a small role in Joker and I forgot she was in Bullet
I
Train. I forgot about that movie.
love that scene, Bullet Train.
So yeah, Zazzy's got some stuff under and damn, what a woman.
I mean, honestly though, but she gives a great performance in this movie, and I would recommend watching the trailer if you haven't, because that does a really good job of letting you know exactly what this movie is about. Beats plays a maid that is going to her first job at this prestigious hotel, and I mean, shit goes down in this hotel.
Yep. It's this hotel's not what it seems. It ain't. I mean, it is a rich people hotel, so you should expect some evil shit, honestly.
Well, I mean, dude, I don't know all the vibes that this movie has and all the genres that it's blending together. I mean, this was made specifically for me, I feel like. And I mean, you too, you know what I mean? Like this
Mhm.
it's an action movie that does action really, really well. I can see what the fuck is going on, even in the fucking the
Dark.
darkest scene. Um, it's acted really, really well. It's got an amazing cast. I'm surprised by a lot of the people that are in this cast, like Patricia Arquette and fucking Draco. I can't think of his name, but
Tom Felton.
Tom Felton. Like great cast, great action. It's made really well. I mean, I can't. I'm gonna look up in a second the director's name because I don't want to butcher it. But Andy Muschietti being a producer, I believe, is a big help. Like, dude,
I, I,
go ahead.
I want to say two things real quick. First of all, like we just talked about all these good things about the movie. The movie. Let's not forget the music because the music is lit. The OST is pretty good, but then the like actual like licensed music goes pretty hard too. It's kind
It
of
goes
like a
really
mixing
well.
of vibes, and I actually like it for it. I see it's like, wait, hang on, we get something that's very, original orchestral and maybe quote unquote a little more serious taking, but then that license stuff happens. Like, oh yeah, we're back to the awesome shit. Which I ain't gonna lie, and with the first action sequence of the movie, the first thing I thought was, I think we can make an Afro Samurai movie actually work. I really think we can.
I think we could too.
Yes. And the other thing, oh fuck, what was the other thing? I was gonna talk about the music. What else did you say?
I said a lot.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't even get to the practical effects yet. The practical effects, my guy, those were fucking phenomenal. Oh my god. Yeah, I would say anybody who wants to get into that kind of realm, that kind of field, you need to watch a movie like this. Like this movie is up there with me or for me like The Thing is. Like The Thing
Mhm.
to me is mandatory watching once a year just because the fucking practical effects. Those still hold up today. This is on that level. Love it.
Yep, yep. Good gore effects. Nice and bloody too. Over the top bloody. I love it. I love it so much. Did I also mention how hot Zazie Beetz is in this movie?
You did.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, just something about Zazie murdering those people with no pants on. It just did something to me. It really did. I feel like a changed man. It's like the first
It's
time I saw the Rude Boy video for Rihanna all over again.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of people's awakening for sure.
It better be.
I,
It better be.
it's well earned. They did that really well.
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna say his last name because I don't want to mispronounce his first name. But Sokolov directed this movie, and I mean, it's I just watched the trailer with a buddy of mine, and the first thing he says, he goes, "It gives me Kill Bill vibes," and I was like, honestly, I thought of pretty much everything but that, but he's dead on.
That
There is
makes
a
sense.
lot of that in it. This movie does give a lot of that energy. Um, I would give it like I don't know, so Evil Dead meets John Wick. No, meets the Raid for the action, meets like
I
Kill
think
Bill for the style.
yeah,
Evil Dead is the gore.
that is a very accurate comparison, like a
No,
good
that's a lie.
combination.
I'm changing it from Evil Dead to Monty Python.
Fair enough. Okay, I just remembered the other thing I was going to say too. By the time the movie ended and I saw Andy Muschietti's name, I immediately thought, oh, that explains so much on why this movie is the way it is. Actually,
Yeah, that his stamp is definitely there.
yes, it is definitely.
But I really do dig movies like this, and I am now personally 3 for 3 with like more independent movies that have been coming out. I get independent, I say in air quotes. We did Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Hmm.
We did this. What the fuck was the third one? What did we just watch?
Project Hail Mary.
No, that's big budget.
Shit. What else
Morgan,
was?
what did we see?
We didn't do Bone Temple. You
uh,
weren't there for Iron Lung. Hold on. The Rip.
Thank you. No, not the Rip.
Oh, wasn't the Rip?
That wasn't the Rip.
you have
hang
another
on.
you have another one in that lineup, but we haven't reviewed it.
Which was it?
I don't remember. It starts with a C, maybe?
It wasn't Scream, was it?
No.
No.
No. Hold on.
Shit. What else did we do?
I love this. I'm
Oh
looking it
God,
up.
we're stuck.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Yeah, hang on. Let me go to our channel real quick and see like our previous reviews.
Literally what I'm doing. Are you talking about the bride? You're not
The
talking about the
Bride.
bride,
Oh, yeah,
right?
right.
No, I'm not talking about the Bride.
Yeah, 'cause that was disappointing.
It was definitely not
Um,
Return to Silent Hill.
Everybody hang in there. We're almost there. No, it came out like a few weeks ago because it was
A
pretty
few
much like
weeks?
back to back. Hold
A few
on.
those
weeks
are all
ago.
the
What
ones
the
that
hell?
I have seen and reviewed with you guys.
Hold on.
What is he talking about? What?
I have
He's gonna
no
know
clue
as
at
soon as
this
he
point.
sees it. Hold on.
That's what they all say, Luke.
Are we talking about something we reviewed or something that's not yet to come out? Because you sent me that trailer for that Joe.
Fury? No, not that.
No, not that.
No, but that Hulk, dude. Anyway, hey, kid, say some more good things about the movie for a second.
All right, I'll say more good things about the movie because this movie is hella fun. Like I wanted to describe the experience because I walk in, I'm watching the movie, and it starts off like it's kind of taking itself like more serious, right? So I'm like, okay, let me get into it and everything like that. And then shit just hits the fan. There's a couple of moments of cinematography that I noticed, like, what the fuck? Like they do that zoom like effect thing. I'm trying to think of a
You're
good
not a
example.
fan?
You said, "Oh no, I'm not a fan of it. Like I thought it was weird at first until things really start ramping up, and then I'm like, oh, I see what kind of movie I'm watching right now." And again, there was elements of what the hell did I just watch, but it was good. It was a good what the hell did I just watch? Like I walked out of that movie having like enjoyed the living hell out of that, having a lot of fun watching it, laughing at Zazie punch children. Yeah, we gotta bring that up as well. So, and like, I mean, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse and everything like that, but yeah, the action in this film is great. The effects are great as well. I love the music choices. We how long has this movie been out for? Actually, hold on a second.
It came out
We
on the
just came out.
27th of March.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about like, are we getting into spoilers, bro? Because I
Yeah,
gotta
go
talk
ahead.
about it.
Whatever you want.
Good. So Zazie Beetz isn't the only thing that made me horny in this movie. Because, come on, you guys, you knew we were getting here actually because you guys know about my love for evil characters with the deep, booming, evil voice. So to say that Head of Bacon had a very sexy voice really was another plus for me. Actually, it really
Head of
was.
bacon. Wow.
So, there is a satanic cult operating out of the hotel, right? And in order to communicate with the devil himself, the devil possesses a decapitated pig's head, right? And actually, for one, cool effect as well, and unique, very unique. I like what they do with that shit actually. And
Yeah, hold on.
oh,
Because yeah, that scene, especially when the devil shows up behind the fucking window thing, that was pretty good.
and who voices the devil? James Remar, who last thing we actually talked about him in was Welcome to Derry as a really stupid general.
Oh, love James Remar. I didn't know that. That just made this movie even better for me.
There you go. See, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I've been fucking. James Remar's got a great career and a hell of a catalog of movies and TV.
So I will. So if there's anything I would criticize about the movie is honestly just how quick the sister forgives. Honestly, that's actually kind of it. I was like, damn, that was kind of fast.
You know what? I'm not gonna honestly didn't even really consider that, but you're not wrong. But I don't have a problem with it just because the whole point of the movie, it's not even really about that. Um,
It's just the
No,
kill.
actually, that's a lie. I just enjoy the cool shit. It didn't bother me. But you're right. It is quick. It is
It's
very
something
quick.
I can criticize, but I'm not really gonna harp on it. Actually, it's not like a ruining thing, but it feels
Well,
like to me like the type of movie this is. I don't not care, but I'm not gonna get up in arms about it though. It's like, nah,
yeah,
we know what we're here for.
no, but they're cool characters. Both of those ladies are badass in this movie, and they both do have some great lines and some great moments, like when they're arguing with each other and Zazie fucking knocks little sister out. There's there's some cool moments with them. I like the characters. I agree with you. It would have been nice to have spent a little bit more time with them. Um, and I'm glad that Morgan told me the runtime because this shit does like you literally get the 3, 2, 1 go, and this movie just kind of doesn't stop.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe I might have thought it was a little bit long just because of the scene where they're crawling around in the tunnels. I think we have a little too much of that. But then Morgan told me the runtime, and I went, "Oh, I guess it must have just been me." But yeah, I thought if there's anything to critique, it would have been that. Like there's a little too much time spent in a certain area because we kind of got to fill time. Maybe like
Hmm.
they think it can't just be nonstop action, but like, oh no, it could have. And with the exception of that, it pretty much is.
Well, that part doesn't really bother me much actually too, because I did find that not like, no, it was actually kind of intense, especially after the twist with the bad guys being immortal. Actually, so it's like, oh shit,
Oh
this
yeah,
isn't gonna be as easy. See, I don't.
those
I like.
effects are great. Even the CGI is great.
Yes, it is. Also, I ain't gonna lie, a moving eyeball really bothers me. Not, I mean, I don't have a problem with the eyeballs. It's just the fact you can't blink. Your eye is so dirty right now. I bet. Like someone put some water over that eye for the love
Yeah,
of God.
and dry. It's like a worm. It needs to
Oh
be in
God,
moisture constantly.
yes. Yeah, that I could not get that out of my head. I was thinking about that.
But other than that, I have nothing else to say. This was a really really good movie. Had a great time. Highly recommend it. Don't understand why it was a flop, but I'll dissect that later.
I also recommend it, but I definitely recommend it to certain demographics actually, because I can tell like this probably won't be for everybody, but yeah, like you know what I'm getting at though, right?
I'm gonna no, I no, no. Fuck you. Here's why.
Okay, why?
If this is a movie that you can look at and get Kill Bill vibes, then it's kind of got like a Tarantino vibe going for it too. And I think it's done really, really fucking well. So if we're gonna talk about Tarantino movies being these things that should be studied and looked at, I would say, especially for this type of genre, this type of film, study this film. It's pretty like by the numbers exactly what it knows it is, and I say that in the nicest way or the best way. Like it's amazing that they understood the assignment and executed it very very well.
I'm still gonna stick with my saying of like, hey, I don't know if everyone's gonna love it actually too.
Well,
I if
apparently not, but numbers don't lie. But that's just incredible to me. But maybe, where have you seen or heard about this movie outside of the internet?
uh you and just when I was in theaters when I saw a trailer.
Correct. So marketing for this has been nil.
Hmm. Keep it like who knows? I don't know how much what the marketing was like for this movie. Maybe I haven't paid much attention because
I mean, a twenty
like I
million
don't.
dollar budget. I just have a working headcanon theory.
Hmm.
Last thing I say, I promise. Considering that the budget is 20 million and we agree that it's shot really really fucking well, it's got a pretty decent cast, excuse me, and the effects are really good. um Maybe they were just like, fuck the marketing, we're just gonna like nail everything else.
You never know. But I don't have ads for a lot of stuff, and I don't watch a lot of areas where I will get ads. So who knows? Maybe this was advertising I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you want to score now?
Yeah, the score. Go ahead. I want you to
All
go
right.
first, actually, because I was actually really happy to see your score when we talked about it after we saw it.
God damn it, gotta make sure I get this right.
How you get it wrong? It's in the chat. I thought you stood by this.
No, I do stand by it, but I forgot what it was.
You for? Do I have to score it for you? I remember what you gave it.
I
No,
do
hold on,
too. I do
I'm
too,
going
and I
back.
didn't even see this movie.
I'm going back.
Brother.
Oh my god!
Obviously
Wait,
it's
more.
really not that rating anymore, in my
You know what?
opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. You got it.
Yep, I get it. Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I just really wanted to make sure. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to fuck up. Yeah, I'm giving this a 10. This movie's pretty fucking perfect to me. Like I as soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, I already know what this is. This is gonna be one of the best times I've had at the movie. The only thing that shocked me and made me love it even more, other than you just telling me about James Remar, when they decapitate Draco for the first time, and it does the fucking Monty Python blood. I was Yes, I know exactly what this is. This is everything I love and why I go to the movies and why I make movies. This is fucking, yeah, 10 out of 10.
All right, there you go. I'm going to give this a 8.5 out of 10. I thought about 9, but I was thinking to myself like, fun time, very fun ride, but I can't act like it's like one of the best things I ever seen and stuff like that. So I think 8.5 is fair because I like this a lot more than I thought it would, and I had a blast with it. But giving it a 9 didn't fully feel right. It was a feel thing for me actually. But no, don't get me wrong. This movie is awesome. I really do love this movie a lot.
Well, I will allow it because you do love the movie at the end of the day, but your score is
Yeah,
too low.
too on my ass.
Too fucking low.
Don't start with me.
But yeah,
All right.
that was They Will Kill You. And now
Oh,
Morgan
that's
can
fine.
join us.
Before she joins us, Zazie Beetz is hot. Pantsless, bloodied, sword, murder. Maybe I should goon real quick. Let's take that 3-minute break. Actually,
I think I think you're talking like it's a 10 out of 10. So I think you need to stick to your score, sir, with your excitement
oh,
level.
so I'm not allowed to be all about Zazie Beetz'
No,
sexy ass.
not if it's not a 10 out of 10. No, absolutely not.
I'm over here loving
Get out of
on
here.
her. You know what?
Get
Fuck
out of here.
you. Nope,
Get out of
nope. I'm sticking with it. All right. I'm
This
allowed
is
to
my
simp
perfect
for
movie.
Zazie.
You will not goon over my perfect movie if you're not gonna say it's perfect.
Oh, she's perfect though.
Get out of here.
Fuck
Restraining
you.
order.
Nope. I have to take me to jail. Go on ahead. I dare them take me back to jail.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Enough.
Whatever. All right. Let's get Morgan up in here.
I'm here.
Oh, you are. Sorry. I always look at Discord, so I don't be knowing like what the camera changes.
Jeez.
Well, we don't have a transition from movie to movie, right?
No, we should though. But you know what? Let's take it anyway.
Totally cool.
All right, everybody, we're going to be now diving into our Super Mario Galaxy movie review. This did release on April 1st, so we're just getting to it because it just came out. But this is obviously based on Mario by Nintendo, and it does star Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor-Joy, Charlie Day, Jack Black, Keegan, Michael Key. We have Donald Glover, Brie Larson. The list goes on. So the runtime for this film was 1 hour and 38 minutes, and the budget is 110 million. Now, gentlemen, have you guys looked up box office yet or no? Do you
No.
know the number?
No.
I want
No.
you guys
Why
to give
should I do
me a guess. What do you think the box office is currently sitting at?
Came out last Wednesday.
Came out last Wednesday.
Um,
I actually lied. I do have an idea of where it is.
Then fuck you. You don't get the answer.
overall, or just here.
Overall, because that's the number I'm currently looking at.
I'm gonna put it at 500.
Okay. So what do you know, Dreaded? Just out of curious.
It's in the 400s. I know it's in
Okay.
the 400s.
Okay.
Ooh, I was high.
Yeah.
Now to find out by how much. All right, everybody. So before its release, the Super Mario Galaxy movie was projected to top its predecessor's opening weekend. The film made 34 million on its first day, outperforming its predecessor's 31.7 million, and earned a total of 122.1 million worldwide over its first 2 days of release. Its 3-day opening was then became 131.7 million and made the film the fourth biggest Easter 3-day opening of all time, behind the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which was 146.4 million. Then also came in the one that comes in next highest is Furious 7 at 147.8 million. And then Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice that made 166 million. So, anyway, following this domestic opening, projections were raised that it was going to make 190 million, while its worldwide opening was actually raised to 372.5 million. So the film ended up having a debut of 190.8 million, becoming the fourth biggest 5-day opening in the region behind Moana 2, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. The film has earned the highest Monday box office gross of 2026 because it earned 16.8 million on Monday. So, with all that being said, though, what is its final number? Officially, what is listed and already shared as of April 6th, 2026. The Super Mario Galaxy movie has grossed 222 million in the United States and Canada, and another 207 million in other territories for a currently reported worldwide total of 429 million US dollars. Once again, it was produced on a budget of 110 million, and the film is currently the third highest grossing film of 2026 and the highest grossing animated film of the year.
That figures.
Yep.
I will
That's
say
correct.
too, the film also has set the record for the highest global opening at the box office in 2026. It's not the highest in the US, but it is the highest globally.
Mm.
Okay. What is
And
the highest right now?
I believe, I could be wrong, I'd have to look it up, but I
Project Hail
want
Mary.
to say it's Project Hail Mary.
Yeah,
As the highest grossing film of the year.
Yeah, what is the highest
Pegasus 3.
grossing?
It's a Chinese sports comedy film, actually.
Oh, cool.
I'm surprised. I have been actually noticing a lot the past couple
I
of
mean,
years that Asian
okay,
films are being.
worldwide, yeah, because I mean, China has a lot more people than us.
Mhm.
Well, okay, I don't mean to get off track, but yeah, I was just curious.
So if we don't count Pegasus 3,
Okay.
but I mean it is the highest, but the next highest is Project Hail Mary. They're sitting at 429.9 million plus. Like it was still number 2 at the box office behind Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah,
So no surprise, it's doing really, really well. But yeah,
it's got a shot.
the top 4 is Pegasus 3, then Project Hail Mary, then the Super Mario Galaxy movie, then followed by Hoppers. But Project Hail Mary is currently dominating specifically the North America box offices.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to draw specific attention in this movie to the animation. I was very, very impressed with the animation. As far
Agreed.
as CGI movies go, this was pretty top notch. And it's funny because there's a trailer for the new Minions movie before this. It's the same studio, Illumination. Um,
Mm.
and I was impressed with the animation that the trailer had for that. I thought that looked pretty fucking good as far as animated movies go. And then this played, and I went, "Wow! Like that's I didn't realize we had gotten to that level." I am very, very happy with the CGI in this movie. There's even a section where like puppets are involved, and I mean the puppets look like
They look
pretty
like
fucking
puppets.
real. Yeah, they look like real puppets. They
I'm
look like
convinced they
CGI
were.
puppets.
I
I'm
actually
convinced
Uh,
they
was
were.
you know what? I will find out.
that was
You
that was
continue
cool how
talking.
they did that either way. So kudos to this movie for its animation. Um, Everybody that worked on it, I hope gets a gigantic fucking raise because you hear all the time about animators getting overworked on movies like this, and I don't want them to not be properly compensated for work like this because I mean this movie is I'll use the term beautiful. I really enjoyed just looking at this movie at certain points.
So, real quick, the puppet show in the Super Mario Galaxy movie is not a physical real world puppet, but they actually
Damn.
did a highly stylized, convincing animation sequence to make it look like
Yes,
one.
that was incredible to see. They already looked as good as they did, and then they did that. I was like, wow, that's yeah. Everybody gets a fucking
Okay,
raise.
since we're talking about like detailing, one thing I was constantly like looking at, and because like we already know Bowser Jr. is in this. We see it in the trailer. I was
Mhm.
constantly looking from Bowser to Bowser Jr.'s shoulders. and looking at their scaling and where the fade of the green goes into the yellow, and it was so detailed just for that alone. I don't know why I kept checking out the shoulders, but I did.
No, everybody's got great textures in this movie. Mario
Yeah.
and Luigi, their suits
Yep.
look pretty convincing too. That's what I'm saying. Like all the characters already look really good, and then they did the puppet
Okay.
thing. I was like, how the fuck?
I
Talking
think the
about
most impressive piece of animation that I've seen, I would say, are the stars in space of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. That was for me the most beautiful parts to look at actually.
You did
And
get a lot of galaxy in your Galaxy movie.
I want you to say that again real quick because I had something in my ear at the same time as you said that.
That you got a lot of galaxy in your Galaxy movie.
Oh, did I though? Did I
I,
though?
I thought
Did
so.
I though?
A lot of,
a smidge.
lot of, a smidge. You guys were not happy with the galaxy trotting in
I
Mario movie?
wanted more.
For a
Okay.
movie called the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and for someone who has played Super Mario Galaxy and does really enjoy it,
Mhm.
I don't. I feel like I didn't get enough Galaxy.
I
Okay.
feel like real quick, since we're on this tangent, there's more I want to say about the animation.
Mhm.
But while we're on this topic, I want to immediately say that though I did have fun, a really fun film, firstly. Had a great time. This isn't necessarily to knock it, but it's also not in its favor at the same time. It's a little bit of like both. Um, they leaned very heavily on like the nostalgia baiting. And while at times that's okay, like I'm going to see a Mario movie, I want to see stuff that makes me think and feel of Mario and its world. Like so I'm not upset by the nostalgia baiting, but sometimes I do feel like we could have had a better or longer scene that could have had a little bit more weight with it, or we could have seen even more of the Mario Galaxy if we pulled in and tightened up a little bit of the here's nostalgia bait, here's nostalgia bait, here's nostalgia bait. Because they just threw a lot at us constantly without a lot of breathing room, which we all know the world really well. So, like, how are you going to have a Mario world without giving us nostalgia? So, again, good thing, also bad thing, but not an awful thing, if that makes sense.
I want to add on to that actually too because I don't know if I can fully knock it because I feel like the first movie did that way harder than this one. If you ask me,
I
there
felt
are
the
plenty of
opposite.
references and everything. See, I felt. I mean, so I wanted to keep this in mind that I didn't grow up super hardcore on Mario. I really did not. So maybe there are things that are being referenced that went over my head that I didn't get.
Mm.
But for someone who didn't play a lot of Mario growing up, I felt the first one definitely had a lot more nods than this one. Now we get our nods in this film. Don't get me wrong. I smiled every time I heard a song from the Super Mario Galaxy game and everything like that. And that bunny planet, which we got a little glimpse at, I was like, hey, that's the first level we played. Yeah, I remember that though. But yeah, I feel like the first one leaned more heavy into all those references and everything from Donkey Kong Country to Rainbow Road to literally the Blue Shell being an actual character. And truth be told, I actually really do like how these movies have been implementing those references and nods to the franchise, actually.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not necessarily fully a bad thing, but there are some
But
moments
still,
where I think instead of like giving us almost like that Zootopia style, like at the like Galaxy outpost, I'm blanking on what it's called. Um,
yeah, do that outpost place, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I think, like, because it very much had, like, the "Whoa" feel, like, kinda like you get in Zootopia when they first arrive at the city. I didn't
Hmm.
hate that, by the way, because it's obviously Peaches and Toad's first time ever going there. So it's not like I have a problem with it, but I feel like there could have been more adjustments here and there. And I know, not personally complaining myself, but there are some callbacks to games that I have not played, like when the underground area that she gets to. Not gonna go into details, but just saying the underground that she goes to. Um, I know
Talking
people
about the
have
ninjas.
yeah, not even no, actually, they're the one in charge of them. A lot of people was like, "Man, I felt like that was a waste of a character. I wish we had more of them." But I think with how I think there could be more of him in another film, to be fair. But anyway, that is what
Perhaps.
people have said. I don't really know that character because I kind of am in the same boat as you, Dreaded. I know Mario. I've played Mario, but I haven't played all of them, so I don't know and recognize everything. I probably recognize what I do recognize mostly because of watching streamers.
Actually, funny you say that. because when the first movie dropped and Donkey Kong first appeared in the Donkey Kong rap plays, I'm not gonna lie, the only reason I know that is because of RDC World's Video Game House 6. That's actually why I know that song.
Nice, nice.
Which I still appreciate it being there, but it's like, see, I didn't play like Donkey Kong Country or nothing like that when I grew up, so I didn't know about that rap.
I am very happy with the nostalgia in this movie. That's, I guess,
I want to say
like,
I'm not complaining about the nostalgia because I like it. It's such a weird thing to try to explain in my brain how I felt
well,
about the
I mean,
nostalgia.
I just want to give them credit because like he said, I think it's woven into the story very well. Like it was cute to see Baby Bowser playing playing a level of Super Mario or watching it like it's a level of Super
Did
Mario.
one of y'all
I,
just turn on an Xbox?
I did.
Okay,
I
sorry.
I
yeah,
didn't hear that.
I give them all the credit for that. I do know the cameos, so it was nice to see the characters. Um, they do a great job. I mean, I think he's in the trailer. They do a great job with Fox. I like the world
Yeah,
building
they
that's in here.
spoiled him.
That's all I'm saying. Um, and I really enjoyed the potential for where this could go next
Let me
based on
talk
a
real
lot of
quick.
those cameos. They have a Nintendo in their bedroom. That's phenomenal.
Let me actually hang on. Let me rewind because it's out there. You spoiled Star Fox's movie. Why? Look, I'm gonna say this right now. This is kind of the Morgan thing. Like, it's cool, but why? Why are you here? Like,
No, I didn't have a problem with Star Fox being there. I had a problem that I knew he was going to be there before going into the theater. For me,
uh,
I would have loved that reveal if all of a sudden Star Fox showed up and like they're, oh, I need a pilot, and he's like, oh, you want to go there? That's some crazy. I would have been like, they put Star Fox in here. That would have
that,
hit me so much harder if they didn't fucking spoil it and like
that's not
announce
what
it.
that's not what I was referring to. Actually, I was talking
I
about how
know.
you kind of had like
I know.
issue. Talking about the nostalgia part. It was like it's cool, but like
I thought he made story sense. You don't think he makes story sense?
I think he made
does
story. I liked him. I'm happy he was
does
there.
Star Fox and Mario collide like that?
Besides Super Smash Brothers, no.
Besides that, that's why it doesn't make sense to me. That's why it
But
doesn't.
it's a galaxy. There's nothing saying that they can't.
That's also
That's
why
fair.
it makes sense to me because I'm hoping for a Super Smash Brothers movie.
See,
Oh god, you know what's
I'm
funny?
hoping for a Star Fox movie with the whole
That would be
like
cool too.
I feel
Falcon
like that's
team.
probably what they. I feel like that's probably what will happen more. But I think I saved something about that. Oh god, I got rid of it. It's all.
Then you
Never
can
mind.
have Star Fox crossover with Samus, and then Samus gets her own movie,
Dude,
and we keep
So
going.
I
And
think
so finally I
please.
get my Super Smash Brothers movie.
I think my issue is because keep on that
Gotta
I
get
did
Captain
play Super
Falcon.
Mario. I did
Yeah.
play Super Mario Galaxy too. So and I'm like I feel like it was more contained, but now the movie's trying to expand it. I guess it's just a different. It's just one of those. Okay, this is different from the source material.
We're
Well,
That
and
getting
that's why I say they did in fact do enough of the galaxies because they introduce quite a bit in this movie based off the idea of there being galaxies.
okay, that's fair. But keep in mind though, because like when I think about the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I'm thinking like kind of like how the game worked, all these weird little planets that we're gonna explore and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's a movie. You can't really do exactly how the game is because the game is quite long. You got a lot of galaxies to explore. But
Well, not even that, dude. There's also the fact that this is an IP that has a lot of connected IPs and everything needs to be Marvelized.
that too, I suppose. Up there is the Xbox sound. It's
talking
just
about nostalgia. That sounds nostalgic.
oh yeah, I'll give you that. But yeah, that's where my issue came with not enough galaxy. Is like I was expecting an adventure, kind of like the game, maybe just scaled down, but I don't know. It felt like we were a little more just contained with where to travel, the traversal, and everything like that.
I
So,
think
yeah,
I think my
go ahead.
favorite use of nostalgia though in the entire movie, like throughout the entire runtime, was all the audio. They like how they brought in like the different noises that in like audio pieces that we would hear playing the game and how
They
they made them
fall
feel natural in the world.
they fall into the pyramid and then I hear din. I went, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay."
Dude, by the way, because you made me buy you Starlink. Okay, you didn't make me, but you requested I buy you because you didn't have Amazon at the time. The Star Fox, the Starlink for Star Fox.
Yeah.
I was constantly, as soon as Star Fox came up, I was like, over at you. I'm trying to just see how you're gauging and feeling about Star Fox.
I mean, that
Because we in fact saw this movie together.
animated
Okay.
animated very well. His ship looked fucking cool. The fact that he fucking pilots the castle or whatever the hell it is. Like, no, I think for a cameo, they did that pretty fucking well. I was happy with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I
not
still,
like the biggest Star Fox fan, but I can admit when something's cool.
I mean, likewise, actually. But I still question why are you
But I
here?
do like his
Even
game.
if it's cool. Even if it's cool. I'm still gonna question what the hell are you doing here, actually.
Yeah. Yep. I'm sticking with the Super Smash theory.
We will see. We will see where that goes, I suppose. So, speaking of a new characters, because my favorite princess is in the movie, Miss
I want to talk
Princess
about her.
Rosalina. Yeah, yeah. Y'all thought Zazie Beetz was the only woman I was gonna sim for this review.
I'm not surprised. So her animation though, that is actually the animation bit I wanted to talk about was actually Rosalina's animation. Because
Hmm.
she plays more so than Peach's character, a more like she has more of that royal vibe to her, if you will,
Hmm.
compared not that Princess Peach doesn't have it, but she had Rosalina has a bit more of an air about herself in the beginning, right? Hands down, her opening fight battle sequence is probably my favorite battle sequence of the entire movie.
It's a good
I
one.
loved it. I loved how they animated that and just choreographed the animation for it. But she moves so much like Elsa.
Oh Lord.
Like and I don't actually say that as a bad thing though, because it makes sense. They're both like they kind of have like this calm air about themselves. So like they have a lot of like when I was first watching Rosalina on the big screen, there was moments where I was like, that's a face I've seen Elsa make. You know,
Hmm.
I've seen them like do the similar like handhold. I'm not saying that
Good
it's
call, please.
just shut up. I'm not saying that it is just like a I'm not saying it's bad. I I
That's so fucked
appreciate it
up.
because they're two queenly women. I mean this in a good way. I know
There,
Rosalina came first before Elsa. I'm just talking about large, big screen animation.
That's so disrespectful.
don't you ever bring up Frozen to my. You know what? I just hate on Frozen, so that's all I'm going on right now.
You're gonna disrespect my girl like that? Rosalina's the shit in this movie.
No,
Elsa, Elsa wishes.
I'm not hating on her though. Genuinely, I
You
love
said
I actually like
nothing
Rosalina.
reminds you of Elsa. That is
Her
so disrespectful.
animations remind like animations she did and movements she
Yeah,
did. Yes, reminded
yeah,
me of the animations I've
yeah.
seen them do for Elsa.
That's pretty disrespectful.
I think you're looking too deep into this, my guy.
Foul.
What?
I'm throwing the flag on that whole take.
Mm-mm.
Also, the lore changes
Going in
with
for review.
Rosalina. Hang on, hold that thought. I want to bring this up too because
Whoa,
one
whoa,
of
whoa,
the
whoa, 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 whoa!
what?
You will not snap your fingers at me and think that I'm just gonna stop talking about this. No, absolutely not. Fuck you guys. All right. Well, if you're gonna do it all rhythmic, like, then yeah, go ahead, dude.
I want to bring this up before I forget because I have a habit of forgetting shit on this podcast.
Mm.
Is that so? There
Oh,
is
my
lore change to Rosalina's backstory,
Yeah.
and funny enough, I'm not gonna say what it is because the movie just came out.
Oh, is it? Is it? That's not how it goes.
It was supposed to be before Super Mario Galaxy came out. That was concept. That was a
Oh,
concept
Oh,
that
okay,
they
okay.
didn't
I
go with.
actually asked this question in the car ride home last night because I don't know, like I know who Rosalina is, but I don't know her
I've
story.
never played Galaxy.
Yeah, so I learned that last night because after just watching the movie, I was like, you know what?
Yo,
I'm
give him the
nostalgic
camera.
about
I
some
want to
of
hear him
the
talk
games.
about this.
Oh shit! So after I watched the movie, I left home and I was like in a Super Mario Galaxy mood,
Hmm.
and just to get ready for the review and everything, I decided let me look up some lore stuff. Let me see like what I don't remember, what I do remember about the game and everything like that. And I actually watched a video that was just basically about Rosalina, and I learned that reveal in the film was an original concept that they scrapped before the game Super Mario Galaxy actually came out. Actually, so I
No
was thinking to
lawsuits.
myself like, oh, I wonder if they knew that and wanted to play with that because the movie's already different from the game. Like I already mentioned, it's called the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and I feel like I don't get enough Galaxy that would satisfy me personally. Like, there's Galaxy, don't get me wrong, and we get our references, but I don't know. I guess I was hoping for a more space Galaxy adventure than what we actually got. That doesn't make anything necessarily bad, but I guess expectations weren't met actually though, right? So the fact that the film is already different from the game, I was wondering, like, I wonder if they knew about that and decided let's experiment with that and like go with a universe of Mario where we can do that, or is it coincidence? But as oh god, what's his name? Mycroft Holmes said in Sherlock, the universe is ever so rarely lazy.
I actually think you might be onto something there. I mean, Shigeru Miyamoto is a producer on the film, so correct me if I'm wrong, Morgan, but he is, at least on the last one, was pretty heavily involved with what they were doing. So we don't have another fucking debacle like in the 90s. Um, yeah, no, they have direct access to the dude that created the character and probably any sort of archival fucking whatever they want as far as the franchise is concerned. So
Hmm.
you actually might be onto something there, dude. Because
I
that's a
mean,
hell of a coincidence.
this game was so it's produced by Miyamoto firstly, and then it is completely like the production company is like one of the production companies is Nintendo, so they have full reign of the Nintendo like IP, if you will.
I would assume. Honestly, I really would
Yeah.
assume, and that's just a benefit to them when they come up with this stuff. So yeah, I'm just saying, hell of a coincidence. If it is, cool idea. If it's not, way to actually use the lore to your advantage.
Yeah, there that goes.
Because I dig.
So
I don't mind. I enjoyed it. I thought that was actually the story. Thank you for letting me know that's not. That is an actual. That's going to be on somebody's trivia at a bar one day. It's going to be great.
there
Um,
you go.
no, seriously. That's cool that they most likely use that concept. It's a pretty good one. I
There
enjoyed
you
it.
go. Also, I wanted to shout out Brie Larson. Did a good job voicing Rosalina as well. We don't
Yeah.
want your cheap viewers, you bastard. Go away.
I got it.
Yeah. We how do we feel about Brie Larson playing this character?
She did good. I thought she did really well.
I am not in love with Brie Larson as a person, but she did honestly fantastic as Rosalina.
I'm in the same boat. I don't. I mean, same
I
thing you just
actually
said.
didn't
But
real like I knew I recognized the voice, but I didn't even actually realize it was Brie Larson until after I looked after the fact and I double checked who it was and I was like, she did really freaking good. I loved Rosalina. Rosalina was one of my favorite characters of this movie. I wish I
she is
got
my.
more Rosalina, but we all know why we didn't. So,
Which she is my favorite princess out of all the Mario princesses, and I always play her when I play Mario Kart at round one, and I also do remember that it is said that Brie Larson is a super like Nintendo nerd, is a big fan of Mario, so I can imagine she would definitely
okay.
put as much as she
Oh,
could into voicing Rosalina.
that's solid.
Yeah, I'm constantly getting impressed by the cast that these movies are amassing. This Sonic, Mortal Kombat, like the casts are pretty good. They're getting really good people to
Going
be in
from
these
a
films.
movie too that like everybody was like, "Ah, this is going to suck because they cast Chris Pratt as the actor for Mario," to where they actually are though. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, well, it's probably just me, but I'm still not totally sold on it. But he does fine, and I definitely like everybody else and what they're doing. So I'm not gonna harp on it. He's doing a Mario. He's just not my Mario.
No, that's
That's
fair.
fair.
That's fair. I do definitely prefer the OG voice, but I also am not upset with what Pratt is giving us.
Yeah, I'm not upset with what Charlie Day is giving us. I love Luigi.
Fair.
Charlie Day is a great
Charlie Day is
Luigi.
doing fantastic as Luigi.
I'm a big Yoshi fan, so that was fun.
Oh, why is Donald Glover exactly voicing Yoshi? He doesn't
Yeah,
voice everything.
I don't know. I have no idea. You seen the interview where he's like, "Yeah, I let them know if this ever comes up, like I want to do it."
Yeah, okay, I guess that's why he did it.
Yes, yeah, that's if I didn't know that going in, like I probably it's whoever does the voice, it's a great voice, but I never would have thought like, they got Donald Glover to do this. I would have
I
figured
mean,
they just got somebody to do it.
Yeah.
considering we've heard his high pitched voice when he sings Redbone, so I guess I'm not that surprised.
Well, and still the MVP for me is Keegan Michael Key's Peel or not Peel, fucking Toad.
Yeah. Keegan Michael Key is Toad.
Yeah, Toad is the MVP of this movie again. He has the best jokes. He's got the best one-liners. The energy is great. I love the way he's animated. His little
His
face.
his hatred of
Yoshi.
Yoshi is
Yeah,
so
but
funny.
Toad is a dude that's down, right? Like he
Mhm.
doesn't say no. He just jumps in the fucking portal. He's like, I'm right. I just got my little backpack. Let's go. It's the best.
He's the best friend everybody needs.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, Toad is the MVP of this movie.
How do we feel about Bowser Jr.?
Who does the voice?
Uh,
That is, hold on, I have it right here.
Benny.
Oh, it's Benny Safdie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it.
I was fine with it. I didn't have really any
Yeah.
issues.
Same.
Perfect for this. Yeah, exactly. Did great bouncing off of Jack Black, so that was fun. And like I remember thinking when I was listening to him too, I was like, I feel like the direction was, all right, sound like Jack Black, now just be younger. I was like, damn, kind of nailed it.
Not actually bad. I like Bowser and Bowser Jr.'s relationship. It's just funny. It's nothing deep or nothing like that. It's just funny to me.
I love how there's like, I'm not a good dad. I wasn't the best father. Two later, yeah, you told me friends are just gonna backstab you. Man, I was such a good dad. Like,
I don't know. Some of
okay.
Bowser's delivery to his son makes me laugh. It's not like they're not even saying anything funny. Just the way they speak to each other just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And like speaking of Bowser, like Bowser's still funny. Although I feel like he doesn't. I mean, not necessarily doesn't have much to do, but I feel like it's not as much as the first one.
He's
No,
more
but
of like a plot like mechanic than he is like the one who maneuvers it. Like the first
Yeah,
one,
that makes sense.
the first one he maneuvered the plot more, where this one he was more of a mechanic within the plot.
that is actually very fair. Yeah, I agree. And he's still got the Jack Black energy, so yeah, he's a fucking phenomenal character to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I mentioned that like a lot of the lines between the Bowsers are funny. I do have to admit though, like this is a gripe. This movie's not as funny as the first one, if you ask me. I thought
I
it
don't
was
disagree.
okayly funny. Like I actually genuinely laugh at stuff in the first movie, but this one was
I
just
was
more like
laughing.
it's a
I was
chuckle.
laughing good at this one too. I gotta say the theater that Luke and I was in though, we had a lot of kids. No surprise, but
Mhm.
They loved it.
honestly, the kids, there are some kids in that freaking theater that love Mario more than I do. And especially for the age of which they are. Like we had some hype kids. There was one line that was said kind of fun, and you just heard up above us like the echoes of like young little kids like saying it the same funny way that they did. And I like looked at Dan, I'm like, this is so cute. Oh my god. I was also chuckling at the children in our theater. So I don't know. I had a good time
Yeah,
with
no,
it.
seeing it with the kids, I think helped. Um, I almost kind of like the plot is pretty basic. Isn't
It's
a whole
pretty by
lot
the
going on to it.
numbers.
Yeah, not that that's a problem,
Yeah.
but
Basic.
It
for
works.
me the ride was definitely seeing all the visuals and seeing the animation and just kind of being along for the ride. At least that's what I was doing.
I ain't gonna lie, like I'm not gonna say there wasn't a story, but the story was hella lacking, honestly. Like hella. It felt
So like
for me,
I
it felt like
felt
shit
like
happened.
we were getting what I was like every time we went to the next beat of the story, I wasn't blown away or surprised by it, but I was also like, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, that's kind of where I mean, kind of where the galaxy trotting kind of comes in because every time it cut, we were definitely in a new location.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I agree. We didn't spend enough time anywhere, and just like he said, things happen. We do this, something happens, we go this way. Something happens, we go that way. That type of shit.
Yeah.
It's a little and it's pretty convenient too. Like again, to his point, why is Fox there? It's just to be a plot device.
Hmm. 100%.
Also, I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna be in the movie, and I'm still upset about it. But a lack of Donkey Kong is hurting my feelings too.
I know. I
No,
wanted
I didn't
Donkey Kong
understand
too.
that. At least he's in, I guess.
He had a cat. I'm sorry, a little spoiler. He does have a cameo. I was like, oh, hey, there he is.
Yeah, in New York, in actual like the real
For
world.
some reason, for some
That
reason.
that might have been my favorite scene was Yoshi going through the New York City.
Wait, the song that played.
Yeah,
I
dude.
forgot. Okay, that made me laugh the most in this movie. The song that plays when that happens
Yep.
killed me.
He just goes everywhere. That was awesome. Um, what else was I gonna say? Nope, I got nothing for this.
I'm not sure if I had another point I was gonna make actually either, but let me think really
I just want to,
quickly.
if you want,
Go
while you
ahead.
guys are thinking, love the music. I really think that
Yeah.
what's his name? Our guy Brian. Brian Tyler does a really good job.
Brian Tyler has done some of the coolest movies ever made when it comes to being a composer for movies. Like, look
Is-
up his filmography.
I mean,
The
he's
dude does
really
nothing
well
but
known.
bangers.
He's also really well known for a lot of video game scores. So it doesn't surprise me. You know what I mean? He does I really, and I even said this, this even is to be said about the first one. He takes the music from the games and then even other areas of the IP and like integrates them so well. And I love that. He does such a good job with the
Well,
music.
hold on. I will give praise. I cannot give that much praise because just like they do with the Sonic movies, they give me just a little bit
Oh, no, that's fair.
and then they take
That
it
is fair.
away.
And you're like, "Give me more. I want more of it." That I get
The
that.
only
You're
the
like,
only
"Stop teasing
time
me."
the only time I got a lot was in the last one when they did like live and learn and shit and like, okay, cool, but I want my fucking Green Hill Zone. God damn it!
Yeah. No,
Quit
I
fucking
get
with
that.
me.
Can we also acknowledge that Brian Tyler made one of the greatest OSTs to
No,
one of
we
the
can
greatest
not.
movies ever?
I know what you're gonna say. That is
Oh,
probably the best thing about that movie. How the fuck you could tell it was early in his career? Don't disrespect the man like
early.
that.
He's got a lot under his belt before that amazing movie. He's got the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
He's
same
he's
here.
got Constantine, Tokyo Drift. He's got AVPR, Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Oh god, he did Eagle Eye. I didn't even know that.
Again. Yeah.
And then, of course, come on, stay with me. The best one he did, Dragon Ball Evolution, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Fun fact. Brian Tyler did in fact score Dragon Ball Evolution. Not something I would ever bring up, but
He's also done the Expendable movies and Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World and
Fuck, you beat me to it because I was gonna bring up Thor: The Dark World because, look, I know we're talking about Mario. Here's one thing that I'm always gonna praise Thor: The Dark World for:
Age of
amazing
Ultron.
OST. Amazing OST. There are a couple of songs in that movie that are just phenomenal, and I don't hear
all the
that
hate
good
needs
in
to
the
go
MCU.
away. All of the hate
Yes,
for Dark World needs to go away.
yes,
Dark
overhated,
mm,
overhated.
Overhated. Not all the hate.
does
Definitely
not deserve
overhated.
the hate.
It really does.
Does
It's not the best. I will admit, it's not like one of the best, but overhated and objectively Ragnarok is better. But I wish Ragnarok had a tone like Dark World.
Yes,
For something called
it needed to have a tone.
Ragnarok.
We talked
Well,
about this
sorry,
when we reviewed the movie. We talked about it when we reviewed the movie. We need to move on. Or you guys
That
will
is
set
true.
me off. You will set me off. We need to not talk about. We need to not talk about it.
There's certain things that we can't bring up on this show because it's just there's some very soft spots for us.
Yo, wait, hold on. Even better, he did the score for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
He also, I want to say, he also did back in 2024. You and I reviewed it, Dreaded. He did the score for Transformers 1 that we absolutely loved.
Oh yeah, I just seen that right now. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? As much love as I give that movie, Bayformer's music kind of has a leg over that, if you ask me.
No, and that's fair. But damn,
Yeah. No
such
hate,
a good
no
movie.
hate.
Such a
Just
good
saying
movie.
though. I just had to throw that out there.
So we ready to
Okay,
start?
let's go into Mario. Yeah. Was I gonna gripe on anything else because I brought up the fact that I feel like story wise is very lacking and shit just kind of happens.
No, it is.
It's
totally
paced
is.
very
But
quickly.
I
It's
wanna-
paced like a kids movie, definitely.
I was gonna say the story is simple and the pacing is fast for the attention spans and the
It's style
smaller
over substance.
developed brains of children. The nostalgia is there for us to enjoy, but the
I don't know,
story
man.
is developed
I
for a younger age. But I had a great time.
I don't disagree, but there's some shit that doesn't need to be spoon fed even to the kids. But yeah.
So the reason I'm gonna give that a lot of shit as I do is strictly because the first movie didn't feel like that 100%. I feel like there was more, like the story was told better in the first one, definitely. This one was like, here's a sequel. Why are you lacking there now, actually?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're building the universe.
Yeah, sure. You know what? As much as I question why Star Fox is there, again, the fact that that one plot point with Rosalina is here, considering that's a scrap plot line from the game, like, you know what? The movies are going to do their own thing. Kind of like the Sonic games. I mean, the Sonic movies, I suppose, with how they do things. Even though Shadow's story should have been much darker. But we're not going to talk about that right now. This is Mario time. And I don't know if I have anything else for you to say.
I'm good to rate it if you guys are, though. I
Yeah,
do
me
have
too.
a
Yeah.
question for you guys after the rating,
Okay,
Okay.
but who wants to rate it first?
I got you.
I'll. Oh, you want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. I had a really good
Okay.
time with it. There is no story, whatever.
Uh,
But I really liked looking at it. The animation is great. I'm happy with the performances. The action is good. The kids loved it. But yeah, like, you know, Citizen Kane, this is not. So I'll give it an 8.
I'm gonna go next
Okay.
real quick as well, just because I'm also an 8.
Mm.
I had a very good time with it. It was fun. It was pretty to look at. I liked, though there was a lot of nostalgia baiting. I did enjoy the nostalgia. I love the audio design. The you can tell animation alone that there was a jump in budget for sure. And the cast did great. I loved Rosalina. So yeah, it was a good time.
I real quick, I cannot say this enough, but like that Minions movie, I kind of want to see just because of how the animation looked, and like I can't wait to see what the animation looks like in the next one if it can have a jump like this one had because holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm done.
I refuse to watch any Minions movies. Anyway, my vote. I'm giving this movie a 7. The fact that the story is lacking, considering the first one had a better one, hurts. It's not as funny, and shit just kind of happens. But it's a fun movie. It's kind of funny. It's beautiful to look at. It's got cool action, good music, references that are good. But I noticed more of them in the first movie actually. I feel like this is just getting lesser strictly because I feel it's a bit of a step down from the first in some ways, but a step up in other ways. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, but that doesn't mean I dislike it. It's a fun movie, but I can't say I'd immediately watch it again because I wanted to watch the first one again after I surprisingly liked that way more than I thought.
Fair.
This one is like,
But
yeah, it's good, it's fun.
I do want to almost argue though we all were going in with like kind of lower or to no expectations with the first one, and I feel like the first one also set expectations for this one.
That is true. So, what was your question going to be after we rate it?
So I will not spoil what the cutscenes were at the end. But we do get
Right.
introduced to a new character, and some people who know the franchise and potentially are what our answers may be can maybe guess who the new appearance and new addition to the cast will
I
be.
figured if we're talking
But
about the post credit scene, I figured that's where this was gonna go.
yeah, so my question to you is, what do you think is going to be the focus of Mario 3?
So, like I said, I didn't grow up on a lot of Mario, so I can't give that answer at all because I would
Okay.
have never guessed that Galaxy would have been the second movie. And like when the first movie was announced, I was like, well, I could kind of guess what the first one would be, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Where they could go with it, I'm not sure. This is gonna be I have to wait and see because I don't have the knowledge to make a solid guess.
I have an idea, but Luke, do you want to share any? Do you have any idea or no? Do you have a guess?
No, not as far as the game is related. I just figured this just means that Luigi now gets a love interest, and it might be a little more centered around that. But as far as the overall story, the conflict, and all that jazz, I couldn't tell you because especially since it's Daisy, usually ends up being a Luigi thing.
Hmm.
I can only think of like Luigi's Mansion or something
That's
like that.
that's where
Kind
I'm
of,
thinking it's going is a Luigi's Mansion.
kind of did that in the first one. Kind of. I
It
mean,
was more reference rather than doing it.
I'm not against it. I'm just saying I'm not against it, but that would be something that I think either way is going to take a back seat because it's still a Mario movie, right? Like if it was a Luigi
It
movie,
could be
which I
like more
don't.
like subplot B, you know what I mean? It may not
Yeah,
necessarily be like the main overarching, but it may be like a where they get separated and this is a plot they have to go through.
yeah,
Maybe.
and I think that might be a direction that they do consider and might even ultimately take because Daisy, sorry, because Daisy has just been
Fine. When you
revealed.
said love interest, it's pretty easy to guess.
Yeah, I apologize for the spoiler. I did my best at first and then completely forgot. Um, yeah, it feels like we're gonna be leaning a little bit more in Luigi's direction.
Perhaps so.
Putting this down now before I ruin more things.
All right. Well, I mean, that was the I was just curious if you guys had any ideas. All right. Well, any other
Also,
thoughts? Or go ahead.
I would like a little more Rosalina in the next film. I'll say that too.
I agree. I love her. I
Yeah,
don't
she
know if
definitely
we'll
can't
get
go.
that.
Please do. I hope we do. Well, you know what? My favorite character in the first movie is not in the second one, so maybe my favorite princess ain't gonna be in the third one. You know what? I'm having a bad time with like the character there.
Oh no. Well,
DK Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong. All right. So, with that being said, everybody, thank you for joining us for our double feature movie review episode. We reviewed They Will Kill You and also the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So, thank you so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you. If you're over there on YouTube, make sure you like the video. And yeah, guys, are we good to announce what we're going to be reviewing next week?
See, they
Yeah,
will
go
kill
ahead.
you.
What, Luke?
Yeah, do that.
See, they will kill you.
Yes. But if you want to be a part of our review next week, we're actually stepping away from movies and we're going to be stepping into a series. And that'll be none
About the
other.
making of They Will Kill You.
Anyway,
All right, no, I'm done.
if you haven't already, go catch up on season 2 of the live action One Piece because we will be reviewing that next week. I'm excited to talk about it. I've already watched it. I binged it as soon as it came out, as I do because I'm the binger of the group. But with that,
Motherfucker.
I've already
We have-
watched it, Dreaded, and you haven't.
Yeah, but you ain't the binger of the group though.
Have you caught up to One
Sure.
Piece in 6 months?
No. But hey, I can binge a whole lot of shit as well, okay? You ain't the only one who can do that.
I'm gonna binge it. I'm gonna start with season 1 too to remind myself what the fuck is going on.
I'm gonna binge One Piece season 2 and Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Take that.
I'm gonna binge One Piece. I'm not gonna binge One Piece.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna binge season 7 of My Hero Academia.
I'm sorry.
I'm finally on season 7, by the way.
Nice. Anyway,
Anyway.
that's what we're reviewing next week. So if you haven't caught it, go catch it. That we can join our chats. But for now, we're gonna be calling it here, and we go live, guys, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But make sure you follow us on our socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, or Twitter, whatever you prefer calling it. Threads, LinkedIn. We're technically over on TikTok, but we have to get some more videos up there, and that is coming soon. We're also over on YouTube. YouTube, if you're over here, we're over here on Twitch too. Come see us everywhere.
You can also-
Support us everywhere. You're fantastic. We're also on Spotify.
You can also find us on OnlyFans. You can also find us on OnlyFans, Pornhub, Xvideos, Grindr, and of course, BlackPeopleMeet.com.
All right, get us before he gets us banned or something.
I'm not gonna get banned.
All right, guys, go follow us on our socials. That way, if you don't know what we're reviewing, you do know by checking over there. But for now, everybody, we're calling it here. Thank you for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you. But next time, don't forget the popcorn, everyone.
If you forget the popcorn, Rosalina's gonna come to your house and knock you out with some Stardust, and then Zazie Beetz is also gonna show up and beat the hell out of you with no pen. Actually,
I was gonna say,
guys,
I think
forgot
most
the
people would
popcorn.
like that.
Guys, I
I'll
forgot the popcorn.
I'll take suffocation in those legs, in between those thighs.
Okay.
I want to.
We're gone.